Good evening and welcome to the Lifevantage Opportunity webinar. My name is Dr. Don D. Nettles and I want to welcome you tonight to our webinar, and I'm hoping that the next 35 to 40 minutes that we spend together will be as transformational in your life as it was in mine. Let me share with you how I actually came to be your speaker tonight. My name is Dr. Don D. Nettles and I was a family wellness chiropractor for 12 years. Loved every minute of it. We had the fourth largest practice in Arizona. We were seeing between 350 and 500 patients a week. I had a very successful radio show on 2 a.m. stations from 12 noon to 1 o'clock every Saturday for 2 years. And we had a great practice, a great movement as a health educator. But the problem was I was also a father. And my son was born during that process of my practice and becoming that health educator. And what happened was I found myself at a very dark place because we had the fourth largest practice in Arizona. We had a great radio show. I was spending 80 to 90 hours a week away from my family doing what I thought God called me to do. And he did call me to do that for quite some time. But my children being born changed everything for me. And it wasn't until early 2009 when I was looking at a picture of my son, because my day started at 6 o'clock every morning. I would leave, go to the gym, and as I was leaving, I would kiss my son on the forehead because he was sleeping. I'd go to the gym, I'd work out, I'd go to the office, I'd see patients, do paperwork, get home between 8 o'clock, 9, 10 o'clock at night, 6 nights a week. And when I got home, I'd kiss him on the forehead because he was sleeping again. And that was really the only relationship we had for the first 3 years of his life. And when my daughter was born in January of 2009, and when she was about 2 weeks old, I saw this information that I'm going to share with you. And I was at a place that I saw a picture of my son, as I was saying, in that picture on the internet, and I didn't even recognize him. That's when I realized my life was so far out of balance in one pursuit that I was failing horribly as a dad. And I wanted to be a dad so bad. These kids are very, very important to me. And so when I saw this information, it gave me hope for the first time that I actually start being a dad. And I implemented the information I'm going to share with you into my life. And 6 months later, I hired a doctor to take over my afternoons. And one night a week, I was spending building this business. And one night a week, I was spending with my children. Well, 6 months after that, or a year after implementing this into my life, I sold my practice. And I've been a full-time stay-at-home dad and network marketer ever since. And from helping 350 to 500 patients a week to now helping 25,000 people a day in 8 countries around the world, and we are just getting started. I'm going to share with you a ground floor opportunity. But that's how significantly my life has changed over the last 5.5, 6 years. And I'm hoping that your life may be changed equally as much if you put this into practice in your life. So what I want to share with you now is this actual business opportunity that I want to share with you. But let me get my smiling face off the screen so we can focus now. So let me share with you what we're talking about. We're talking literally about freedom. Freedom to do what you want, when you want, with whom you want, as often as you want, and never have to worry about a financial concern. That's the definition of true freedom. And that's what I want to share with you tonight. Now, let me start off by telling you this. This is a business opportunity. This is a straight up business opportunity. And I'm going to not only give you this opportunity, I'm going to give you the format in which to scrutinize this opportunity. The 6 elements you see on your screen right now are called the business opportunity wheel. And I'm going to talk to you tonight about some products. And I'm just going to ask you, well, first of all, what you're looking at is your ability to literally scrutinize and figure out for yourself any business, whether or not it deserves your attention and your effort. And I'm going to give you 6 things to look at. So you can ask questions about these 6 things, like the products. Are the products good quality? Are they consumable? Because in a business, consumable products is repeat business for you. Are they relevant? Are they products that people care about now? And will they care about for a long period of time? The company. Is the company publicly traded? So it's transparent in their actions. Are they run by integrous leaders? Do they have a purpose or a mission that you can stand behind and lock arms with? Is there a system in place to teach you, mentor you, train you, and help predict for you how to be successful in this business by following a proven system? Are the trends such that the products or services of a company are in demand and will be in demand for a prolonged period of time, giving you predictable and long-term success. But what are the trends in the world right now? They're sickness. More and more people are getting sicker and sicker every year, younger and younger, and more people are having financial struggles. Those are the trends. So do this system and does the company have a way to remedy those? Now, the compensation, obviously important, and the size of the variables that you see here are in direct proportion to their importance when sizing up a business opportunity. So compensation, are you getting paid fairly for what you do? Because I know a lot of people that are overworked and underpaid and working 2 and 3 jobs just to get by when they were thriving on one job just 5 or 10 years ago. And then the obvious, timing. Is it timing in such that you're hearing about a business that has explosive growth potential as opposed to saturation? And are you hearing about this at a time that goes along with the trends? Do people even care about this information, and will they for an extended period of time, again, giving you the predictable success that we're talking about in a business? Well, those are things I'm going to give you the ability to answer for yourself after I go through this information with you. So let's talk about how this all started. ABC Primetime Live did a national news broadcast in June of 2005 on a groundbreaking technology and a complete and total scientific breakthrough in dietary supplements. A product comprised of 5 natural plants, all natural plants: green tea, ashwagandha, milk thistle, turmeric, and bacopa, when combined in the proper proportions, created an amazing product. But I'm not here to sell you pills. I'm here to give you the ability to ask yourself and use some common sense and look at what's happening in the world. And when you go see this information, I want you to ask yourself about the size of the business opportunity, because my questions are very simple to you. Do people around the world want to look better, feel better, or perform better? Yes or yes. Are they looking to age gracefully? Yes or yes. Are they looking to prolong and preserve their life quality? Yes or yes. Those answers really speak to the business opportunity here. So let me share with you how this relates to you. Products. We have category creating, scientifically validated, and patented products. Category creating, they're brand new. No one has seen them before. They're scientifically validated, so you don't have to build a business on your own credibility or leverage your relationships with your friends and families based on trust. And patented products, you don't have to worry about anybody taking them and hurting your business effort. Exclusive formulations never seen before. Technology never seen before. And at a time where there's no greater time in human history where people want better health and better finances than they do right now. And we have multiple prestigious third-party endorsements and approval like the NSF, the gold standard in dietary supplements. The Banned Substances Control Group for elite athletes and professionals like NCAA athletes, collegiate athletes, Olympic athletes, and professional athletes. So if it's good enough for the world's most elite athletes in the world, then these products are good enough for you and your family. And then lastly, with our canine product, the National Animal Supplement Council. But we have, if you look in your left corner of your screen, Protandem, that's what started it, this daily supplement taken with breakfast or with a meal that helps every one of your cells age gracefully by literally slowing down the rate in which your cells age by 40% minimum in 30 days. How relevant is that? And from that foundation was built True Science, our 4-part skincare regimen to help your skin age gracefully. Your skin, your largest organ of your body, and the most recognizable signs of aging are typically happening on your skin. And then from there, Canine Health for your 4-legged best friend at home, because they age 7 times faster than we do and die of the same diseases. And most recently, Axio, our energy drink. How many times have you seen people with a Monster or a Rockstar or a double latte from Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts? The issue is that people around the world on a massive scale are suffering from an energy deficit, but not just a physical energy deficit, which is remedied by the products I just mentioned. But we have a mental energy deficit with improper brain chemistry balance. That's why we have drugs that are being prescribed all over the place with dismal results and tragic consequences around the world. Our products are relevant. They're impacting real problems suffered by real people all around the world. And this is the real business opportunity for you to get involved with to remedy those situations. But yes, I know it's network marketing. Isn't that one of those pyramid schemes? And I say that seriously because for the first 12 years of my practice, that's exactly what I thought. Pyramid scheme. I had seen it many, many times before. Literally every week somebody came into my practice trying to get me involved in these kinds of things, and I never saw it work. Now, maybe the products, some of them were good. That's not what I'm saying. But I never knew anybody personally who was ever successful, and all I ever heard was criticism. But then I started doing some research because I was at a place where I never saw my children and I didn't want that to continue. So I looked at this seriously and I did some research. And what I found is that 96 million people around the world are in network marketing, and they generate $178 billion in retail sales every year as a result of their efforts. So I started looking at, well, that sounds great, but how does it relate to the things that I participate in? So by comparison, I looked at sports, specifically the NFL, my favorite sport. The NFL with the Super Bowl, which is the second largest sporting event with as far as viewing audience around the world. They do $9 billion in retail sales. I'm also a music fan. My iPod has extensive information on it from all kinds of music, from heavy metal to Bach to country western and Earth, Wind, and Fire. Very diverse. Well, the music industry, $16 billion in retail sales. And I love movies. How about the movie industry? $80 billion. All forms of movies, all types of ratings, $80 billion. Well, if you combine the entire movie industry, the entire music industry, and the NFL, it's just over half of what network marketing does around the world, something that I previously thought was a pyramid scheme. Well, what I discovered, it is the single greatest way to have multi-generational millionaires than any other form of business, including real estate. So I really understood this. Now it was trying to find a company that I could align with. And I'm giving you the opportunity to join us, and you are first in hearing this information. This is a ground floor opportunity. And I'm going to explain to you what that means. But you are hearing this first. But you only have the ability to be first in something once. So let's talk about what the most important variable, if you remember that opportunity wheel, is. It's timing. So what you're looking at is called the business S-curve, which was generated by Peter Drucker, who's an economist who studied literally tens of thousands of companies over many decades and discovered why were the ones successful, what were the contributing factors to that, why were the ones that failed, what were their contributing factors, and he actually quantified it here in a 4-phase business cycle, where phase 1 is called formulation and pioneering, where a company introduces their products and services to the marketplace and asks the world, do you care about what we have? If the world says yes, it's called critical mass. And they join, they buy the products in record numbers, which sets up phase 3, which is explosive growth called momentum. 80% of a company growth happens in that short period of explosive growth time that we call momentum. And then the company gets into the 4th and final phase called stability or stabilization. And some of the companies that have already gone through that, you know them well. Amway, the most recognizable network marketing company in the world. In fact, we all owe a debt of gratitude in network marketing to them because they paved the way for us. They blazed the trail. How about companies on the retail side? Nike, the most successful sports brand in the world. Or Apple, the most successful technology brand in the world and the most successful company in U.S. history at $700 billion. Now, the point here is, guys and gals, is that where you see critical mass, phase 2, if you can get involved in an opportunity before or at critical mass and participate in that 3rd phase called momentum, that's where the explosive growth comes from. That's where your business opportunity comes from. That's what we're talking about. And it's actually been quantified. The Direct Selling Association said the first 135,000 distributors to join a network marketing company with predictable success participate in a once in a lifetime opportunity. Well, let's put this to the test. First, the definition. The first 135,000. Well, there's 85,000 distributors that are part of Lifevantage in the 8 countries we're working in. Well, we started here in the United States in 2010 as a network marketing company. We went from the US to Mexico to Canada to Japan to Australia to Hong Kong, Philippines, and most recently Thailand. We're in 8 countries. But I guarantee you, friends, that these are not the only 8 countries where the majority of their population are looking for better health and better money, better finances. That's a global desire. That's what we have. The predictability of the success inherent in this definition is exactly my point. If you look at the stable companies, not everybody wants the products that Amway has. That's okay. Not everybody likes Nike shoes. Some people like Converse or Puma or Adidas better. And not everybody likes Apple products. But they still became the #1 most valuable company in US history. So whether or not you have an iPad or an iPhone, or you could care less, they still became the #1 company in US history. And that, friends, is my point. We're talking about predictable success. So think about this. How many of you have cells in your body and would like to slow down the rate in which they age? How many of you have skin and know people who have skin and would like to slow down the rate in which their skin ages? I contend that we have a greater potential for success than Amway, Nike, and Apple combined. The difference is that no one's heard of us yet because we have not hit momentum. That is exactly where you come in, because what I know is this, and here is your chance, screaming from the rooftops. We have grown from 3.5 million to 214 million in sales in the last 5 years as we transitioned out of retail. Our flagship product was on the shelves of GNC, Rite Aid, High Health Nutrition stores, CVS pharmacy stores, and Walgreens as an example. But we decided to take it out of those stores and put it in exclusive hands of distributors like you and I. That's what the potential is for you. And since we've made that conversion, the last 5 years, we've grown to $214 million in sales. We are positioned to grow to $1 billion in the next 5 years. That's my invitation to you. How would you like to capture a portion of that $800 million growth that we know is coming? The limiting factor here is the amount of people talking about it. And that's my invitation to you. So, how do you commit to success? It's very simple. We have a complete multi-million-dollar proven business opportunity that has been successful for many prior to you. The only difference is they heard about it before you did, and you're hearing about it now. But this is still ground floor. If you remember that number, the first 135,000, we have 85,000 distributors on planet Earth. 45,000 of them are here in the US, and the other 40,000 are distributed throughout the other 7 countries. Here's my point. If you took all 45,000 US distributors and put them in any NFL stadium, there would be empty seats. That's how new this is. So you can join us. You can commit to success. The thing you have to decide is which option is going to be the one you choose. And here are our options to transition you from employee to business owner on a quest for freedom, looking for predictable and duplicatable success. So my questions are very simple. Do you want to make a little bit of money or a lot? And would you like to do it slow or fast? If your answer is a lot of money and do it fast, your only choice would be our Platinum Pack. But let me share with you all of them. Our Freedom Pack at $300 comes with $250 of product volume. It's for the person who's looking to make a little bit of success, or maybe they're already happy in their job, but they know people that would love to take products that would help them age gracefully or have them start a side business to make some money. And they'll refer them once in a while. $300 is the one-time investment plus tax and shipping. Now, all 3 of these options have in common an amazing information pack of information, brochures, pamphlets, CDs, and things of that nature to educate them. They also come with limited amounts of product to a very significant amount of product and 2 of them come with a marketing package. The Freedom Pack does not. But they both come with websites, your own website to send people to get educated and actually enroll in your business and pay you commissions, and the other to track your business and communicate with your leaders. All 3 of those, the Vantage Pack, Platinum Pack, Freedom Pack, all have them. Where they come down to difference is the Vantage Pack now is $600 plus tax and shipping. It comes with $500 of product volume and also a marketing package to help the people that you share this information with learn whether or not they want to be involved. And the Platinum Pack, $1,200 with $1,000 of product volume. But look at the difference also in the bonus. When you enroll someone on a Freedom Pack, you get $125. When you enroll someone on a Vantage Pack, you get $250. And when you enroll someone on a Platinum Pack, you get $500 for the same enrollment. Here's the point, guys. Making lots of money fast, the only strategy is the Platinum Pack, because this comes down to duplication. And when there's options, and especially when there's options, people will do what you do. So if you want to be successful as predictably as possible, the Platinum Pack is your choice. But what it also comes with is a team. And we will, as your team, ask you this question. Could you find 5 people who want to make $6,000 at least in the next 60 days? Think of everyone you know right now in your sphere of influence and in your social network, and if you asked them, hey, would you like to make $6,000 in the next 60 days? Could you find 5 that said, yes, we would? Well, then when we find those 5 people helping you do that, we will train you and mentor you and them, and then simply help them get 4 people. Imagine every one of those 5 people in their social network and their sphere of influence. Could they find 4 people that would like to make $6,000 in 60 days? That is the point. It's easy to be successful early in this and actually make some money. It really is that easy to show you the money. But let me share with you what we call our income disclosure statement. As a publicly traded company, and we are traded on the NASDAQ, LFVN is our ticker, and as such, the information that I'm sharing with you is information that is governed by the SEC and the FTC and is legally correct information. We're not trying to break any laws here. So the information I'm sharing with you is really what our people make per month. Our distributors, from our Pro 1 rank down to our Pro 10 rank. And and I know you guys aren't average, but we're going to show you the average commissions per month because we want to make it real. And in order to fully grasp this, you must understand the difference between linear income, which is if you have a boss and you wake up to an alarm clock and you show up to work when they tell you to be there, and they pay you what they say you're worth and you've agreed to. And then after you've given them at least 40 hours, they give you a check. That's called linear income. You have to give them time for them to give you money. You're trading time for money. On the other hand, residual income or royalty income is you build something once the right way, and it pays you over and over and over and over again. That's royalty income. It's something like if you're an author or a movie star or a musician, or you created something that has residual income, like a network marketing opportunity. You build a business of people consuming products every single month. That's residual income. Well, our Pro 1's $120 and change every month. Now, that might not seem like a lot, but if you're having a problem feeding your family, that's 3 or 4 extra bags of groceries every month. How could that change someone's life? We're talking about the working poor. More and more people are working harder and harder for less and less. So it's extremely applicable. And this is our very first rank. It's $120 a month residually. Our Pro 2s is $2,500 of volume coming into their business every month. And they're creating a $267 a month residual income. This is extremely important because do you realize if we showed every family in America how to generate an additional $267 per month coming into their household, we could literally stop 80% of all personal bankruptcies. Tell me that wouldn't change the economy. With just $267 a month, we could stop 80% of all personal bankruptcies. And that is our second rank early on. Our Pro 3 rank is $5,000 of volume coming into their business every single month, and they're receiving a check for $570. This is groundbreaking. This is transformational, my friends, because this is now when your business becomes an asset rather than a liability. Do you realize if you had a bank account that was paying 6% interest, and good luck finding that. It's 1.8 is the average right now, but 6% interest in a savings account, you would have to have $114,000 in a bank account collecting 6% interest to make an interest check every month for $570. How many people do you know that have $114,000 in the bank? And if they do, how many of them have it collecting 6% interest? It's slim to none. That's my point. But literally within months, we can show you how to create the equivalent of that and create an asset for you and your family. And then Pro 4 goes on, $1,100 residually. That's a small mortgage. How would you like to get your mortgage paid for from your side business project that you have a team helping you build? That's transformational. Or our Pro 5s, these are early ranks, $2,251 per month of residual income. How would that change your life with an extra 30 grand a year coming in? Or our Pro 6s, $5,600 a month. You just replaced the average dual income family income in America at $50,000 part-time. How amazing is that? That's the point, guys, is these are early ranks, and this is transformational, life-changing money, and I'm asking you to be involved before the rest of the world has even heard about it. That's your chance. Now, Pro 7s, $10,000 a month. Pro 8s, $20,000 a month. And it goes up from there. Over the last 5.5 to 6 years, with my business partner, Vince, and his wife, Missy, and my wife, Marcia, we've built a Pro 9 business. And if you look at what Pro 9s make on average monthly, it's an extremely amazing amount of money and blesses a lot of people. We can show you how to do this in a shorter time than it took the 5.5 years for us to do it because our company was just figuring it out. We are now extremely well-versed in what we're doing. And we have multiple people, dozens of people at the top rank of Pro 10. The only difference between them and the $90,000 a month they make on average is they heard this information 5 years before you did. So let me ask you this really basic, fundamental question. How would you like to take an entire working career and condense it down into 5 to 7 years and retire on up to $90,000 a month? How does that sound to you? Or would you rather work for 45 to 50 years with a 95% certainty you are not going to retire? That, unfortunately, is the statistics in America. So I'm asking you if you'd like to change that and share that opportunity with others as well. So let's talk about the blueprint for prosperity. It's called on-the-job training. It's that system that we were talking about, that proven, time-tested system of on-the-job training. Every job you've ever had, you show up day one and they teach you who your coworkers are, what your job responsibilities are, and what you're expected to do. We have the same thing here. The getting started checklist, the day you enroll, we show you exactly what to do, and we do it as a team. So in the beginning, we teach you 100%. We're teaching you, training you, and mentoring you. And as you start to develop your skills and you start to acquire this skill set and be able to teach it with others, we do it with you. We help you teach your team. And then as you become well-versed in this, you go duplicate the cycle because it's your business. We set you up, we train you, we mentor you, and then we let you fly and go run your business and show other people how to do it. We also have incredible technology, bigbluecalendar.com, a way of running a global business from home. Like I told you, we're in 8 countries. You can go to any one of those 8 countries on this website, find out where the meetings are, and send your people to there. So if you know someone in another state of the United States, you know someone in one of the other 7 countries that we're working in, please share this information with them. I guarantee you, when they see it the way you do, it's a great way to build a global business from home, and the training and mentoring is inherent in the system. Amazing. We also have a culture here at Lifevantage, which we call My Life Venture Program. What a company called Mary Kay started with their pink Cadillacs and reimbursing with leases or giving you leases reimbursed. we give you cars. We love the program, but we don't want to hurt your credit if you can't make it 1 month. So once you build your business up to a Pro 7 level and maintain it for a year, we give you a brand new Jeep. You just pick the color, or maybe you don't like Jeeps. How about 2 Harleys, or maybe one big one worth 25 grand, or a couple Rolexes, or one big one worth 25 grand. Or how about a shopping spree in Paris and Milan worth 25 grand? I hope you're seeing a pattern here. Or how about 2 ATCs in a trailer worth 25 grand? Or 2 jet skis in a trailer worth 25 grand? Or how about just a big fat $25,000 check? And you can do with it what you want. That's the culture of our company, is we love free. We love giving free things away as thank yous to the people that built their business, because think about this. It just makes sense. What if you have a happy, well-paid sales force? You have a happy, rapidly growing company, and that is the entire point, my friends. But we also have amazing global branding. If you remember that business S-curve where the branding was, and what it was is the worldwide recognition of your brand, what better way to do that than through sports advertising? What is the fastest growing sport in the world, and especially here in America? The answer is soccer. What's the most popular sport in the world? The answer, again, is soccer. What is the greatest single sporting event ever watched in the history of the world? The answer, again, is soccer. Last year's World Cup, where over 1 billion people, 1 in 7 people on the planet, watched the same game at the same time. That's how popular soccer is. And it's also the only sport, professional sport in America, where the sponsor is on the jersey. And if you look at that sponsor, there's our company proudly emblazoned across the jersey. Well, the cool thing about that is Major League Soccer, the league, actually now has a contract with ESPN. And where does ESPN get broadcast? All over the world. Right answer, my friends. And on their highlights when they're being watched all over the world, that's called branding. That's called free advertising for your business that you paid $300, $600, or $1,200 for, but that is invaluable. How about in sports video gaming? Video gaming is an incredibly large and rapidly growing part of our world. And the #1 selling sports video game around the planet is FIFA 15. And one of the proudly sponsored teams or featured teams in that game is our company with Lifevantage. Imagine kids and young adults and people of all ages playing this video game all over the world and seeing this jersey. And then they find out it's your company. That's called free advertising. That's called global branding, like technology like never seen. And why do I say that? Because back in 1984, and why do people watch the Super Bowl who don't even maybe like the teams that are playing? The answer is the commercials. The answer is sports advertising. It's the single greatest way of global branding ever. And the company that is now the most valuable company in U.S. history, Apple, knew that back in 1984 when they took out a minute-long commercial in the Super Bowl of 1984. When after that commercial took them from a little-known company in Cupertino, California, to the global brand they are now when they released the Macintosh computer. So how important is sports advertising in the growth of a company? Let's say vital. And that's exactly what we have with the sponsorship of Real Salt Lake and the Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Real Salt Lake. So we're talking about affiliate branding and sports advertising like never before seen. Thank you, technology. So I'm just going to ask you a simple question. These 6 elements that I started off tonight's webinar with, I perfectly overlaid our business opportunity over this wheel. So I'm just going to ask you, do you now understand the significance and the size of the business opportunity that you have before you? Because the world wants what we have. They just don't know we have it yet. That's the point. And I'm inviting you to come join us. So think about this. Missed opportunities. What if you were invited to be among any of these companies that you see on the screen back when they were starting? Could you go back in time? Would you go back in time and do it, knowing now what Nike and Apple and Google and Facebook and Microsoft and McDonald's and all the Amway and the Herbalife Tupperware that you see on the screen, now knowing what they've become, all of them multi-billion-dollar companies? Would you join them if you had the opportunity to do it over again? I bet you would. And think about this. Every single one of those companies has nothing on us. They don't have the mass appeal or the mass application of products that deal with anti-aging of the cells of your body, especially the skin, and the relevance that that brings on a global population. So missed opportunities, please don't add our company to this list here. You may look at this day that you hear this information looking back with regret or forward with praise because you took advantage to join us, and that's my point. But in closing, I want you to know a little bit about the company that we are. This is our purpose statement, what you see on your screen. We make people better, and in doing so, we make the world a better place. Could the world stand to be a better place? Yes or yes? Why not start with you and your family, and why not start with now? So I'm going to give you the opportunity, friends, and just ask you this. This is your turn to take control of your life. The next move is yours and yours alone. On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you in joining us? If you're a 10, please get back to the person who invited you on tonight's webinar and find out how to get enrolled, and we can start your training immediately. If you're a 5+ and you have questions, just get your questions answered. Please tell someone what you need to see or hear to make a decision. And everybody else, just get back to the person who invited you on tonight's webinar and tell them what you need to see or hear. And we would love to share that information with you. Thank you so much for getting on tonight's webinar. God bless you all. I appreciate you very, very much. We'll talk soon.